Pound weight division is receiving their honors on the podium to our left. We're set for the heavyweight division. Scott Martin from Lancaster Catholic in Pennsylvania going up against a good friend of his, Alan Orts from Kempsville, Virginia High School. The reason they're good friends is the two coaches were college teammates and friends.
You know, it's a weird story. They both went to Lycoming in the East, and now the coach of Alan Orts is out in Virginia as we see Bob Ferraro, the young man from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, get his national championship and All-American awards. But this heavyweight division should be outstanding. Because the coaches were so close, the two young men got to be close. They ate together all week, and
I ate a lot, I might add. The heavyweight division.
Two really different personalities. Alan Orts is into Florida State maybe for football, Oklahoma State for wrestling. He has to pass his SATs yet, but it's a school right outside Virginia Beach, and he wanted to really see what he could do against the other heavyweights in the nation. He's a very confident young man, Alan Orts. Scott Morton of Pennsylvania could make Pennsylvania the overall leader with 3 national champions if he wins here tonight.
It'll be an interesting contrast in styles, too, because Martin is a very, very strong wrestler, likes to try and dominate his opponent, whereas Alan Orts tends to rely on quickness.
Yes, he's one of the quickest heavyweights. I was talking to the college coaches, and they just couldn't believe his quickness. So it'll be Martin's ability on the mat versus Orts' ability with his quickness and his shooting for a lot of different things during the match. I know Martin last year broke his leg, and he was really motivated by the fact that he didn't get, or I should say his shoulder, and he really didn't get a chance to win his state championship. So this year he was really motivated to do well. He was 35-0 in the Pennsylvania State Heavyweight Champ.
Martin wearing the green anklets, and Alan Orts from Virginia wearing the red anklets. Orts showing his quickness, trying to get in on a leg.
They both played football and both played defensive tackle.
Both very aggressive. Orts uses the Granby system of wrestling down in the Virginia Beach area. Martin, of course, headed for Millersville here in Pennsylvania on football and a wrestling scholarship.
Right. He signed early, Millersville. He's going to play both. 3-point grade average, physical therapist he wants to major in college.
Both of them trying to gain an advantage. Two friends going head-to-head.
This won't be as conservative as the 189. As you heard Zach Cooper, his whole strategy was defensive. These two young men will go at each other.
Both tied up near the edge of the mat. 58 seconds remaining first period. And they'll put them into the center of the mat. They say, stalemate, let's do it again.
Feeling out process the first minute. They stay like this. I think Alan Orts would have the advantage because of the quickness that he has. Quick feet.
Both of them feeling each other out. Orts trying to shoot in on a leg, and he's in there. Showing that quickness. He's a crossface right now. Martin needs to sprawl right now. 14 seconds remaining first period. And they go off the mat with 7 seconds remaining in the first period.
Martin's coach was wanting him to shoot for the wizard that time near the side, but they were out of bounds. And he's used that quite a bit. He's countered quite a bit with that wizard in earlier matches.
That's the end of the first period. We have a scoreless tie as we move to period number 2. And It'll be Orts in the down position to start the second period.
I asked Scott, since he was kind of tall, if he ever played basketball. He said in the 8th grade. He said, but I wasn't. I wasn't a basketball player.
He said he was a bricklayer. Martin jumped the gun a little bit at that time, but the referee missed it.
It was close, but Martin showed some quickness that we said Alan Orts is famous for.
Ort is trying to work the Peterson right now, and he rolls him over. He's got it.
And Ort said he likes the
2
Granby,
points
he likes
for the
the
takedown.
Peterson. Bobby Martin Sr. would be
Excuse
proud
me,
of
2
him.
points for the reversal.
Right, right.
Orts is going for a near side cradle right now. Going for the near side cradle. Needs to put his head on the side and drive his opponent right now as they both go off the mat, and actually they signal a standoff. And Martin's hurting a little bit as he still slumped on the side of the mat.
Well, he had his neck in that near side cradle. His neck was bent, and I think between his knee and his neck, they're going to get a little injury time out here for Scott Martin of Lancaster Catholic, Pennsylvania. 35-0, state champ in Pennsylvania this year.
And Orts, of course, what makes this so interesting, Martin was 35-0, and Alan Orts was 26-0. He's 54-0 in his career.
Yes, he's, as we said, Florida State football, Oklahoma State wrestling. Those are the biggies in each of those sports. He was second-team All-American in football this past year.
All right, we're ready to resume action. Martin in the down position.
54 seconds, 2-0 right now for Orts.
Lifts that leg. He's trying to flip on that leg. He's got to move up on that leg.
Seeing two different styles here in the heavyweights and showing a lot of different things.
And there is a 2-point reversal for Martin, and we're tied at 2-2 with 37 seconds remaining in the second period. Nice, quick move by Martin.
Well, Ort said he had quick feet. Martin showed quick agility, upper body, that time strength.
2-on-1 ride right now. Martin still in control.
Martin probably looking for a far side cradle at this point. He's really working.
Got a stalemate, the official says. The official, Bob Coletta.
Wasn't quite strong enough to get that far side cradle. Was shooting for it.
4 seconds remaining, second period. We're tied at 2-2. It can't get much closer than this, Mike Rice.
Most of these wrestlers are not great weight men in the weight room. Even the football heavyweights. They said they'll work 2 times a week off season, but not during the season.
Orts tried to do a forward roll that time to get an escape.
We're seeing a lot of good things from the 2 heavyweights. And as we said, wrestling is not the bodybuilder. It's the agility and quickness. And we're seeing that in this national final.
Well, that has been the biggest surprise to me, looking at the 2 heavyweights. There's a lot more quickness with these 2 heavyweights than you normally see in this class.
Well, I think they've opened up and they're trying different things and countering each other. And that's good to see in a heavyweight match.
Once again, Martin's having some back problems. And it's Martin in the down position. Two minutes left in the match as we start period number 3. 2-2 tie.
Yes. He needed some local chiropractic work, is for sure. He was bent.
He's in pain right now. Still in control is Orts. Cross-body ride.
You know, it reminds me of Hasselrig from Pitt Johnstown. He called his coach the other night and said, what about this Cuban I'm going to wrestle coming up? Is he any good? And his coach said he's third in the world. He said, well, I better start getting in shape. He had a day to the match, and he beat him.
Carlton Hasselrig now with the Steelers.
A lot of natural ability there.
Once again, Martin is in pain. 1:15 remaining.
But not out of this match. Maybe in pain. 2-2 with 1:15 to go in the third period. The biggest title of all, the heavyweight national championship on the line.
Martin's got to escape, or Orts has to turn him over.
Yes, they both know what they have to do with 1:15 left. It'll be interesting here.
His coach yelling, put something together to Scott Martin.
There's that near side cradle again that Orts has done an outstanding job with so far in this match. That's what hurt Scott Martin's head earlier.
Stands up and tries to get away, but he can't do it as they tumble out of bounds. 59 seconds remaining.
No advantage for either wrestler, and they're both tired.
Boy, they're tired. They're down.
It's still 2-2. The clock's going to be set on both of them. 243 pounds, Alan Orts. You can be up to 275 pounds in high school for the heavyweight division. Not over, up to.
They got the clock running on both of them.
Well, now Martin says, I'm ready. I'm in. Turn my clock off. Now we have it on Orts.
He's got the clock running on the side here.
And the big clock that really counts is up above. 59 seconds left. 2-2 tie.
We have not seen an overtime tonight.
A lot of the wrestlers were hoping to see, talking about not seeing, Bruce Baumgartner, the assistant from Edinburgh, and of course the great Olympic wrestler. You know, it's amazing how these young men just, I know Scott Martin said that's his hero. He said, if I have to pattern myself after anybody, it'd be Bruce Baumgartner. So I think if Edinburgh was interested in a good heavyweight, they should send Mr. Baumgartner down to talk to Scott Martin.
It's a little too late, though. I think he's committed to Millersville.
Oh, yes. But national letter time
That's true. Yeah.
is until coming up. This will be the match, I think, in this series of holes.
Martin standing up, trying to run away from his opponent. .39 seconds remaining, and Martin is close to a reversal.
Not yet.
He hasn't signaled it yet. They haven't let go of that leg, but he's close.
He's got that arm.
He's got the control.
This will be interesting, what they call here with 16 seconds left.
14 seconds remaining. Both of them are down.
Orts, amazingly, I think, still had control of that leg, George.
He did.
And that's why they didn't get any points. But Scott Martin's coach said he didn't have the leg, but I think Alan Orts, tremendous show of strength that time to keep that leg and no control.
Well, Martin made a tremendous move.
Now, Orts, all he has left now, he has to ride out this final 14 seconds to get into overtime. That's his only hope in this match right now, and I think they realize that. Scott Martin's coach is telling him what he has to do in this last 14 seconds. He has to go for 1 point, and he's the national champ. He'll win it at 3-2.
Martin will be in the down position as we resume action.
Both undefeated their senior years, have not tasted defeat. One of them will be the national champ, maybe in 14 seconds, maybe in overtime.
Martin struggles to his feet.
He still has the leg. Orts.
Orts still hanging on for dear life to that, like 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
He will
4
not let
seconds.
it go. It's going to be close.
Oh, he got the 2
He
points.
got it.
Martin in the waning seconds.
Now did the clock go off?
Let's see. They give him the 2. He wins 4-2. Scott Martin from Lancaster Catholic High School.
They might have had 1 second left when he made that move. Scott Martin wins a national championship in the last second. A great, great heavyweight match.
What a tremendous match between these two friends. 4-2, the decision goes to Scott Martin from Lancaster Catholic. Pennsylvania has 3 national champions.
Well, they may not have gotten all their quality men into this championship. They got 3 into the final. Pennsylvania looks like they remain number 1 in the nation, as 3 that got into the finals won national championships, and we just watched Scott Martin, probably the most exciting and closest of all the matches tonight in the heavyweight division.
Scott Martin is heading toward Jim Herbstritt right now, trying to collect himself. The national champion in the heavyweight division. And Herbstritt has Scott Martin in tow.
And if he can talk after that match, he's a better man than I am. Take it over, Jim.
Thank you very much, Mike. We have Scott Martin. Scott, again, congratulations. That was one of the closest finishes I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of wrestling, believe me. How's it feel, Scott? You're a national champion.
Feels great. I love it. It's the best things I had in my life. And I just owe it all up to my coaches, my parents, my girlfriend, everybody. I love them all, and thanks a lot.
Scott, tremendous victory. It was a close match. You were both hurt at the same time. You both went counter for counter. And I believe Alan's a good friend of yours.
Well, we became good friends at the beginning of this tournament. Got to know each other well, went out to dinner a couple times. I was ashamed it ended up the way we had to and beating the finals, but I'm glad. I think it's the 2 most people deserving to be there were there. It was great.
I would certainly have to agree to you after a match like that. Scott, congratulations. And by the way, just like to let you know, you made it 3 for 3 for Pennsylvania.
Thank you.
3 national titles. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with a wrap-up on the National High School Wrestling Champions right after this.